Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And I am your host, Conrad Cushman, and I am here today with a Monday Night Raw review of the show that just went off air February 4th, 2019. This show, to say the least, was a doozy. Let's start from the top like we usually do. If you guys are in the chat, let me know, and we will pay attention to you guys in there. We have Original Biggie. What's going on, brother? Good to see you in here. But if this is your first time joining us, do me a favor. Make sure you guys click that like button for us. Helps out with the show. Lets more people see it. Also, comment down below if you're not watching it live. Give me your thoughts on the show still. And make sure you click the subscribe button. And you can click the notifications button anytime you want to know when Everything Pro Wrestling goes live. Enough of the jibber jabber, though. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Oh, man. Yeah, Monday Night Miz, the right words here, Original Biggie. What's going on, Connor? Monday Night Raw starts off with Stephanie McMahon coming out, and she's got Becky Lynch out there. She invited Becky Lynch to Monday Night Raw, so Becky Lynch came out. Hey, what's going on, Johnny? I'm showing your comment here. Goober, how's it going, brother? We're just starting the review off, so if you guys have comments, please feel free. I'm sure they'll pop up in the stream. Let's get it going here, though. Stephanie McMahon comes out. She invited Becky Lynch to Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch comes out. Becky Lynch is over. She is a star. The people love her. We are in good hands with Becky Lynch being a superstar on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. She's the most over person in this company. I don't care, male, female, tag team, it doesn't matter. Becky Lynch is who you need to be building around. So, anyway, Stephanie McMahon basically beats around the bush until we get to the point of Becky Lynch is wearing a knee brace. And this is something that was going around all the dirt sheets, all the wrestling news sites, whatever you want to call them. Becky Lynch has been wearing a knee brace. Is it a work? Maybe, perhaps. I think it is after watching this. Becky Lynch basically is refusing to go see doctors because she doesn't want to have her opportunity taken from her, just like what happened with Nia Jax, and she couldn't fight at Survivor Series, and she's worried that that'll happen again. Stephanie McMahon basically tries to force Becky Lynch to go see the doctors, and if she doesn't, she'll be suspended. Becky says you don't have to do that. Long story short, Stephanie suspends Becky Lynch at this moment. Becky goes crazy on her, tries to put her in the disarmor, but the knee keeps giving out. The knee is injured, as we saw at the Royal Rumble. So Becky's really playing up this knee injury real bad. She's knocking out WWE officials. Didn't matter who was out there. She's out there kicking ass, taking names. So when Becky Lynch is out there doing that, it basically makes her a bigger star. I think the fans were behind her, but I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this. Some people are going to like it. I saw a few people who liked it, and I saw a lot of people who didn't like this angle. It's better than her getting slapped by Stephanie, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, so she ends up getting suspended. I guess there was another little segment that I'm going to miss in this with her and Ronda backstage, and Ronda called her a bitch and told her to get some ice and put it on her knee. Whatever, dude. Whatever, we'll get into that. Our first match on the card was actually Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan. This was a total squash match. We're not going to get into all the weeds of everything either tonight, guys. We're going to keep it 100 about this. So it's a squash match. Liv Morgan had a really cool spot in the match where she kind of did the Trish Stratus Matrix and got punched in the stomach, but she ended up getting put in the armbar real quick and was forced to tap out. Everything was going fine with this match being a squash match until Ronda picked up the mic again. WWE, please stop giving this woman a microphone. She is horrible. Horrible. Like, dude, it doesn't make any sense to give her this microphone. She just ruined the entire segment, and I felt like it was nothing but time wasted when they did that. Just my opinion. So she gets on the microphone. It was an ultimate mistake. She didn't do herself any favors getting on the microphone. She stumbled over a word. She didn't look the greatest, and she looked bad. Johnny, I'm actually getting to that because I have that written down. If you guys can see, I wrote all my notes on my iPad right in my notes here. Yeah, so I put that Ronda Rousey definitely needs to get the microphone away from her. Less talking, the better, or give her a mouthpiece. Put Paul Heyman with her. Give her someone that could talk for her, because what she's doing now, it's not working. It's just turning people against her, and she's going to be showered by boos. But you know what? If you're cool with her being the heel, let it rock. So then we get another match, and she basically says she wants to fight someone else again. Okay, Ronda. So then she fights Sarah Logan. Nothing but the exact same thing. We get an awkward commercial break like we've been getting. B-Boy Skyline says, long live the man. Absolutely, Jordan. What's happening? Another quick tap out squash match, and they teased something with Ruby Riot. And Ruby Riot didn't get in the ring. She went to the back with the Riot Squad. But Ruby Riot vows that she will fight Ronda Rousey later on. But she said that she had to tend to her friends, something that Ronda knows nothing about because she has no friends. Touche, Ruby. Touche. Ruby, the Riot Squad really grew on me. I remember when they first came up, I hated that group. I thought it didn't make sense. It didn't mix. I take it back. The Riot Squad has done amazing. Brandon Anderson, what's going on? Good to see you guys in here. If you guys are just coming in, don't forget to leave that like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We are trying to get to that goal of 500. We're at 280 right now, guys. All right, so we get to the next match. We have a Four Corners #1 contender tag team match. So we got 4 teams in here. Heavy Machinery magically gets another opportunity at the tag team titles. I'm not crazy. I mean, I like Heavy Machinery, but this doesn't make sense. We also have the Lucha House Party. And if Kalisto twirled that stupid thing that was making the noise one more time, I was hoping that someone like put their boot to his face. Oh, it just annoyed me. The B team was out there. Who cares about them? And the Revival. You guys know I'm the biggest Revival fan, but how many times are they going to get tag team title shots too? This tag division is shit. Let's be honest with ourselves here. They have nothing good going on Monday Night Raw. Freaking terrible. Anyway, the Revival end up picking the win. Is that FTR can stand for a lot of things, Jordan? Is that Free the Revival? F the Revival? Original Biggie says, Ronda needs to be a badass. Come to the ring, kick ass, leave with minimal talking. Obi-Wan, I agree, brother. I agree 100%. We get back to this 4-corner tag match here. So the Revival pick up the win with the Shatter Machine. Bo Dallas ate it. It was terrible. Bo Dallas did really well in this match. I just don't like the B team as a team. Bo Dallas was so good in NXT, and I just look and say, what happened? So the Revival pick up the win. Once again, Heavy Machinery didn't look bad in this match. I thought that Otis is definitely the star of the group, and he's over. I think that they need to just have Heavy Machinery put it all together and give them like the Too Cool kind of act, to where you know the spots, you know what they're going to do, and it's always just good fun. They could be like a modern day Bushwhackers without being as hokey and corny. Next. So at this stage of the game with the Revival, let me say this. I'm happy that the Revival are getting another shot, in a way. But at the same time, dude, if you don't put the belts on them after this next #1 contenders match, it's over, guys. Like, don't even bother booking them. Let them go on their merry way, because you're not going to take them serious. Like, there's nothing else you could do. This is what, 3, 4, 5 tag team title shots, and they still haven't won? Terrible, dude. So I'm really hoping that they get a chance to step it up. Let's see here. We are going to talk about Kurt Angle and his big announcement next. I respect Kurt Angle. We all knew what was coming. A potential tease at retirement. He's interrupted by Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. After that, they go down to the ring to try to jump him. Who comes out but big bad Braun Strowman, because he wants his revenge, because he got his ass whooped a couple weeks ago by them. So Kurt Angle, they basically are saying they're going to team up. You know this is going to lead to a match, and this becomes the main event of the evening afterwards. Cool, works. And then Sasha Banks and Bayley are coming out for their tag team qualifier match, because you know only the Raw brand has people who have to qualify for the women's tag titles, not SmackDown. Anyway, the storylines suck, man. Whoever writes this shit, like, continuity, man. This stuff doesn't add up. So they get attacked by Nikki Cross and Alicia Fox. They're doing like this crazy tag team thing. I like Nikki Cross. Alicia Fox is dead on arrival at this point. She's good for what she's good for. She's the person that you put someone in the ring with when they first get in the company to see if they have it. But Nikki Cross should not be aligned with her at this point unless they're trying to do a push or something with them. They both look crazy, but it is what it is. Connor says WWE needs female writers, in my opinion. Connor, you're going to have to elaborate on that more, my friend. Johnny Stroud, Drew is too good to be picking on a retiring angle. Drew should be IC champ or contending for the Universal belt. I agree with that, Johnny Stroud. He should definitely be in the mix for the Universal title. I think he's better than IC at this point. Drew McIntyre is someone who I think he's ready for the Universal title. You just can't put him in there just yet. I just feel it's not the right time. Like, I think by SummerSlam he'll be ready. Give him till then. You could build him up by then. For now, I think he's kind of stuck in the ruts a little bit in the upper mid card. Let it rock a little bit. B-Boy Skyline says, where is Sanity? That's a good question, my friend. They seem quite frustrated on Twitter if you aren't following Eric Young and the boys over there. They are not happy with their position in the company, and they've been overlooked. And I 100% agree. They have been treated like pure shit. Back to this match, though. Sasha Banks and Bayley get attacked by Nikki Cross and Alicia Fox. I couldn't tell you what happened in the match because this is the point where I started to doze off a little bit. I know that Sasha Banks and Bayley get a win. I think it was by a roll-up. Something happened. Who cares? We knew this was going to happen anyway. Sasha Banks and Bayley get the win. They need female writers to write storylines for the women because it's all the same stuff with the talented women on the roster. You know what? I don't think it's that, dude. I think you just have to have the okays to do prominent storylines. Like, you guys have to be creative and come up with some new stuff. It's okay to have a scene with person A versus person B in a bar as long as it leads to something later on, like a match in the ring. That's fine. And I can go on another rant. I'll save it for another time, guys, but I can go on another rant with what they should do with the roster. Let me get back to this here. So next match we get Jeff Jarrett versus Elias. Road Dogg comes out in the beginning of this, and Road Dogg's doing the you didn't know, and Road Dogg plays up his whole gimmick. I get it. You better call somebody. I used to love the New Age Outlaws, one of my favorite tag teams of all time, but Road Dogg comes out there. He's shilling it up. He's got a Portland Trail Blazers jersey on. Shout out to Damian Lillard because I'm a basketball guy. Absolutely just shilling to the crowd, and they knew it, but people eat it up when it's Road Dogg because he's talented. So Road Dogg comes out there. Jeff Jarrett comes out with his hokey 1995 music. I fell asleep during this match. Yes. And my thing is no creative direction with storylines. Agree, Biggie. Agree. Jeff Jarrett comes out. He's not wearing the hokey attire like last week. He came out in his TNA attire, the old school shorts with the guitar and stuff. They sing With My Baby Tonight because they didn't get a chance to finish it. Dope, cool, whatever. If that's what your thing. I didn't care about the song. It's 2019. Whatever, dude. But we're about to see Jeff Jarrett compete for the first time on Monday Night Raw in 20 years. So it's kind of a big deal. They're trying to hype it up. I know the Schleg Daddy on YouTube is going to have an epic Monday Night Raw review because he hates Jeff Jarrett. So this will be quite funny to watch when it comes out within the next couple days. So Elias comes out insulting them, basically saying he would rather watch Adam Levine perform again at the Super Bowl halftime show than listen to these two jokes in the ring. They end up having a good match. Now here's one of the positive notes from this match. And Jarrett doesn't look horrible in the ring. He doesn't look like he's out of place. Jarrett just looks a little bit slower like everybody else. But Jeff Jarrett throws one of the best working punches in that ring. I tell you, when you have to respect the way the man throws punches. Him and Jerry Lawler, I don't know what they teach those cats in Memphis, but they know how to throw a good punch. Also, Bret the Hitman Hart throws a damn good punch too. Can we get these guys down to like the Performance Center to show the wrestlers how to do that? Because their punches look real compared to the other guys. Like, it's just amazing to me how shit someone else's punches look, and then Jeff Jarrett, Bret Hart, Jerry Lawler, and these old guys come in and they're just dropping the fist on somebody and it looks real. Just a little side note I had in there. We come out here with that. Where am I? Jeff Jarrett ends up eating the drift away, and the Road Dogg attacked Elias after the match, allowing Jeff Jarrett to hit him with a guitar. The guitar didn't break. It was the shits. It was like a nostalgic moment. It wasn't one for me. I was not happy with this. I don't know how you guys felt about it. Let me know in the chat here. As we move towards the next match for this show, which is, we had a segment here with Natalya and Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke challenges Natalya, and she's yelling at her. Natalya's not responding. Well, Natalya had her stupid AirPods in, and she couldn't hear anything Dana was saying, but they're going to have a match eventually. Jericho throws some believable punches also. Yes, but I'm trying to keep people who are within WWE who would be allowed in right now. I think Jericho's on the not the good side, Connor. He's on the evil side right now that they don't want to talk about. You know, that AEW effect that some people on Twitter who are WWE fanboys are saying doesn't exist. Oh, it exists. It exists 100%. So next up we have Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley. Wait a minute. WWE does a classic bait and switch. It is not Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley can apparently duck out of title matches whenever he wants, and they have substituted Lio Rush in the ring for Bobby Lashley instead. So his manager's going to wrestle for him. And I was like, cool, maybe we'll get a decent match out of this. It started off very slow, clunky. After Bobby Lashley attacked Finn Balor, Lio Rush kind of worked around the ring slowly. They start a match. Lashley grabs Finn Balor's feet, pulls him out the ring, beats the crap out of him a little bit. He ends up getting kicked out of the match for doing all this. And Lio Rush is in there by himself. I wanted to see some more dives through the ropes. These guys getting a little crazy, showing their light heavyweight skills. We did not get to see that all the way, but Finn Balor ends up picking up the victory after a nice coup de grace. Okay match. Wasn't bad. I really wanted to see more. Paige comes out next to promote her movie, and in my notes I have, hey WWE, let's get Paige back on TV, because she was a GM that wasn't so annoying. And I can't explain why, but Paige was not on TV for this. Like, she was on TV for a millisecond just to promote the movie, and then she kind of just disappeared. And it's like, shouldn't she be doing something else more? Didn't they promise her a job after she lost her SmackDown GM role? I don't know what they're doing with her, but hopefully they can find something, and maybe that's something I could post in the Everything Pro Wrestling Facebook group, that we could try to have people write what they would use Paige to do. Something interesting potentially for us to talk about. We get to the Moment of Bliss segment with Alexa Bliss, and her guest is EC3. Now, I was a huge fan of EC3 when he was in TNA. I thought the dude was an absolute star, and he shined. He was one of the better people who came over to TNA, made it work for him. And the kid's got the look. He's got the right attitude. I think he did a really good job. But the way WWE's been treating him, it ain't gonna work, bro. It's ass, man. It's not gonna work. So he comes out. EC3 has not said a single word about anything. And the best thing he's like good at is talking. So what are you making him wait for? I don't understand what WWE's doing with these new guys. I agree, Goober. Goober said let EC3 talk. I don't get it. I don't understand why this guy is not allowed to speak. Lame as shit. So anyway, EC3 can't talk. Nia Jax comes out to killer heat. People hate Nia Jax. Nia Jax is getting booed out the building. She comes out with Tamina, aka Edward Scissorhands, and Tamina has nothing better to do but just stand there. Nia Jax talks all this crap. Are you guys on a date? This looks like a date. And nobody cares, Nia. They made some sexual innuendos. That's why she said that with Alexa Bliss. Go figure. I don't get it, dude. So they were trying to figure out what brand EC3 was going to. He never got to speak. Nia came out, said all her stupid crap. Dean Ambrose comes out, and he starts interviewing EC3, saying, where's EC1? Where's EC2? And he kept knocking the mic out of his hand to eventually where EC3 got frustrated and clocked him one. Dean Ambrose had some good lines in here too towards Nia Jax about how she has a crush on him and she couldn't get away from his sexual radiance or whatever he said, magnetism. I can't remember the word, but Dean had some good lines in here. I don't know what's going on with this. Someone said that Renee Young said something during the match too that we'll talk about in a second. So after EC3 throws the punch at him, they get in the ring. They're having a match because EC3 just punched him and then walked in the ring. Cool. Dean Ambrose still looking like the same old Dean Ambrose. Nothing new, nothing different. And I'm going to save my rant for the end of this. You guys are going to want to stick around for that, I promise. EC3 gets the win with the jackknife pin, which is like a roll-up kind of. So Dean Ambrose looks surprised after he loses, and Renee Young basically says he got lucky. So that's leading people to say, hey, I think this is a work. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. But EC3 picks up the victory here. He needed to do that. Whatever. You still have to treat him better than not letting him talk. WWE is going down the wrong path with him, though. I guarantee it. We get to Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, Corbin. Angle and Strowman have this moment backstage. The usual Monday Night Raw crap. I'm glad you didn't retire, Kurt. Blech. We get a Mojo Rawley promo. I know Johnny Stroud is a big Mojo Rawley supporter in the chat. He is loving it. But this Mojo looking in the mirror stuff. What is this, dude? I have no idea. I've got nothing for this. Hopefully it leads to something. I like Mojo. Mojo is a cool dude. Like I've said a bunch of times, I've met him. Nice guy. I just don't know if they're playing into his personality of who he really is. I thought the get hype, all that I felt that was Mojo. This gimmick here, I don't know if it's him. Maybe he needs to just be in a tag team. Maybe that's what's best for him. Hopefully they'll figure something out. That's all that I can say for my friend Mojo here. So we get the entrances for the tag team match. Dude, this match was alright. They did what they could. Braun gets the hot tag to Kurt. Kurt comes in. He kicks ass. German suplexes everybody. Like I said, Kurt in small doses is good these days, but can't have him go out there and perform a big match. He can't do the stuff he used to. He's a step slower, and I'm not mad at Kurt. Kurt put his body on the line for years for us. Not mad at him, and he's a damn good wrestler. But this lame-ass DQ finish sucked. Braun Strowman comes in the ring as the illegal man. Corbin says, "You can't touch me." What the hell is this? I saw the Lucha House Party interfering in the Four Corners tag. You didn't DQ anybody in that. Like, I don't know, dude. And nobody was grabbing chairs to hit each other, so don't tell me it's not no DQ. So what the hell is this shit? It just went down the wrong path, absolutely, in my opinion. So there were DQs. They brought in the steel steps. Corbin and Drew ate a chokeslam on the steps while Angle and Strowman celebrated as Raw goes off the air. This show sucked. If I had to give it a grade, I'm going D+. I did not like tonight's show at all. I thought it was bad. It just made no sense. And now for that rant that we were talking about. Dude, let's go back. And I'm going to keep going back to when I stopped watching Monday Night Raw for a little bit. And I want to go back to the whole new era thing. And Vince said that we're listening to the fans. Bullshit. Dude, there's no freaking way you're listening to the fans. Because this show is the same shit. It's the exact same shit. Elias turned heel for no reason. Just so he could feud with Jeff Jarrett? Is that long-term booking or thinking? Like, I don't get what they're doing. This Dean Ambrose shit. Why are you making him look like dog shit? Like, if he's gone, you wouldn't have somebody in your locker room like that because he could be spying for another company. So I don't know if this is a work anymore at this point. Who knows what this is supposed to be? But this show sucks. And this show is the exact reason why someone such as myself, who has been a WWE diehard since I was watching pro wrestling, is excited for All Elite Wrestling, AEW, whatever you want to call it. I'm excited for that. And May 25th can't come soon enough. WWE has pissed me off this far that I can no longer take watching Monday Night Raw. Like, it's 3 hours of, I hope that we get 2 good matches out of the show, but it's not a good format. This 3-hour show sucks. The moment you can get away from and run from it, I would. USA, I don't know how this is a good thing for them. I don't like all these jammed in commercials. I don't like the flow of the show, and it's still way, way, way too long. 2 hours is the perfect time frame for a show. You get a lot of stuff in. You could do some things. WWE is trying to stuff so much shit into one box that it can't fit. And that's why we are getting these 7-10 hour pay-per-views, and that's why those suck too. So once again, May 25th is Double or Nothing. If you guys are real wrestling fans and you're sick of this shit WWE's putting out, now is the time. You make sure you order. Don't ask me for a stream link. Don't ask me for any of this other shit. It is 2/4/2019. You save up your money so you could order Double or Nothing, or you try to go to Double or Nothing in Vegas if you got nothing else to do. It will be worth it, dude. I'm telling you. And I'm calling it right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say this on tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm doing a SmackDown live podcast tomorrow or if I'm going to do a regular one. I got some things brewing, but I got to see how it plays out. So everything's being played by ear tomorrow. But if you guys are serious about being sick of WWE, go and support AEW. Goober, I agree. 3 hours of shit. Support AEW. I'm not telling you that's going to be the greatest thing in the world. Maybe it's not so good. But this is our chance for hope to have some competition go against WWE so they could pull their heads out of their asses. Because I don't know what they're doing at this point. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't know. I can't explain what's going through their heads, who they're trying to push. We didn't even have any build for Rollins, Lesnar, or any of that tonight. We had a video package. Ooh. Hopefully SmackDown can deliver a better show for us tomorrow. SmackDown Live will be happening 8 to 10. We have, on my birthday, February 7th, we will have the All Elite ticket sale party, whatever you want to call it. And I'm predicting at that event, Kenny Omega will be revealed as an executive vice president for All Elite Wrestling, and he will be saying he's going to be on the Double or Nothing match card. And hopefully they announce at least a match or two. I don't know if we're that far yet for it. Hey, thank you, Goober. I appreciate that. As things change, it remains the same. Original Biggie, I couldn't agree more, bro. They promised us change, and I don't see it. Maybe you guys can tell me if I'm crazy and I'm wrong. Maybe I got it wrong, but fuck that. I'm sorry. And I've never dropped the F-bomb on here, but fuck that. WWE lied, dude, about this. They said they were going to try to change, and I don't see any change. Not a damn thing. Their ratings were going down, and you know what? I could see it right after WrestleMania. It could happen real quick again if you don't start writing better television. You better start writing like you need to write every single week. Is an amazing show. Excited for Double or Nothing. I agree, Connor. Boys, I'm getting off that high horse for tonight. Let me give my shout outs to the chats real quick. Original Biggie, make sure you check out his WWE 2K19 content. Biggie, I did not forget about you. I know that we're going to do something together. I'm just waiting for the right time or the right moment so that we can lock that down. I'm doing a lot of stuff with the podcast, YouTube, and everything else. I did not forget about you, brother. I don't know whose channel we'll do it on or if we can put it on both of ours. You'll have to help me with that because you know YouTube a little bit better than me. Connor, thank you so much. Connor has live reactions and everything else. He has a podcast as well. Make sure you check him out. Johnny Stroud, I appreciate him from the Everything College Basketball Group. Give those guys some support too. Johnny is an amazing guy. I'm so happy that he joined the Everything Pro Wrestling Facebook group. Contributes all the time. Excellent member. Goober316, my man. Someone who's just always fun, always in the chats. I appreciate you, brother. You guys make sure you spread the word about this because you know what? I'm tired of being at this 280 mark. I should be at the 1K. I want to be one of the best YouTubers on here talking about pro wrestling. I know my shit, and I know I'm one of the best out there. So make sure you guys support, man. Support is so needed. And if you know any wrestling fans, tell them to check out everything pro wrestling, whether it's my podcast, YouTube. I want them on the team as well. Shout out to B-Boy Skyline, Jordan, Brandon Anderson, Robert. I know you're out there watching too. Casey Classic 7. So many great people. Casey Briggs, who called me today. Josh and Peyton Burton. I could go on. James Farley. Absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this stream. Remember, guys, if you're sick of WWE shit, support AEW. I'm out, man. Peace.